As we move into the realms of trying to look for information with regard to issues that former soldiers are having with the war disablement pension or the current version of it, the Armed Forces Compensation Scheme, naturally people are going to approach me, people are going to start talking, and that is exactly what we want. We want to get awareness of this problem back into the public limelight where it belongs. Only then do we stand half a chance of doing something about it. Well, I received an email, which is about the second email I've had from this particular gentleman, which was very, very revealing. One of the things that came out of the live with Veteran A was a question whereby it was, is there some kind of distinguishment between the treatment that an officer gets and the treatment that someone lower down the ranks gets, like a private or an NCO, like a corporal, sergeant, RSM, or whatever? You know, that was actually discussed. Now, this email I got, and I have permission from this guy to read it out, just omitting a couple of the details, kind of answers that in part. It's from a retired captain who was severely injured while on operations in Northern Ireland. And I'll read it to you now. Okay. Dear Andy, I'm greatly encouraged by your approach and your work so far on the subject of war disablement pensions, Armed Forces Compensation Scheme. I was severely wounded in Londonderry. They put the year, but I'm not going to identify it just to try and protect them. Because the incident occurred in the presence of the enemy, it was well witnessed and logged in detail by both the Army and the RUC. Consequently, I had an easy time claiming a war disablement pension. This seems to usually be the case for most active service attributed claims. So if you're on operations and you get wounded, it appears that it seems to be easy, or easier than it would be otherwise. Where the problem seems to be are the non-active service claims for accidental injury and post-service mental health. These are much more difficult for veterans to evidence and prove. The advice Veteran A gave, that service personnel should keep their own detailed logs of injury and witnesses, is absolutely spot on. Although the MOD will take against you for encouraging a climate of litigation, nevertheless, if someone is eligible, then they have a right to make a claim. I'll be interested to hear if your findings and evidence match my assessment. I am increasingly alarmed by the rate at which veterans are taking their own lives. If you find widespread evidence for a correlation between difficulty and lengthy claims and subsequent suicides, please let me know. I have regular contact with the MOD and Veterans Agency, and I would want that evidence formally recorded. I'm delighted that you're doing this and have nothing but best wishes for your endeavours. Yours sincerely. Well, there you go. That is from a captain, a former Army captain who was injured while on operations quite severely. And as they said, you know, is there a link between not getting a timely response from Veterans UK and the MOD to not being able to handle it anymore and doing the ultimate thing that people do? It's really is a tragic situation. And this has, in this early stage already, got all the hallmarks of another scandal. There's no other way of putting it. I'm going to show you a couple of more bits over the next couple of days, probably in the live stream I do on Sunday, because they get a little bit of attention, and we'll go from there. But if anybody has any information based on, well, what that email contained, particularly the end of it, correlation between incidents, and I'd be grateful to hear from you. We need to start gathering this all together, and we need to start piecing together what's gone on, what's gone wrong, and make enough noise that hopefully somebody will do something about it. Anyway, thank you very much. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the like, share the hell out of this because it is a very important subject. Here's another video for you that's just popped up. And as always, I look forward to talking to you again soon. Toodaloo.